Hey there everybody, Manly Starman here. Welcome to part 10 of my Hunger Games series. Already to part 10, I can't believe how fast this has been going. In today's part, we're putting together some of the Five Nights at Freddy's cast. Now, for anyone who knows about the series, you know how many different characters there are. So how did I go about choosing the ones I did? Basically, I took 2 characters from every mainline game, plus Fnaf World, to give us a nice even 20. I generally tried to go with picking characters who were iconic, interesting, and I also tried not to pick characters who had multiple versions of themselves. And what I mean by that is multiple iterations of the literal, just same specific animatronic, which I guess sort of fumbled the rules a bit with, but you'll see that in a second. Representing FNAF 1, we have the original Freddy, and the original Golden Freddy when he was just known as Yellow Bear. In District 2, we have Toy Freddy as well as the Puppet. In District 3, we have Springtrap, and I went with the Phantom Puppet. I didn't have a lot to choose from FNAF 3 since Springtrap's the only real animatronic there. I thought out of all the Phantoms, yeah, why not, we can double up on the Puppet. For FNAF 4, we have Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare Balloon Boy. For FNAF World, I chose Scott Cawthon himself, as well as Spring Bonnie, since this is like the only game he properly appears in. District 6 has our first bit of fumbling with the rules with sister location. I chose Baby and Ennard. I'm just gonna say this is post Ennard puking out Baby and she just found one of her original bodies again. Don't worry about it. Also, even though her image has some bitty babs, it's just Baby. She's not going to get to use those. They're just cheerleaders more than anything. For Pizza Sim, I went with Lefty, which, yes, is technically another puppet because the puppet is in there, but yeah, you couldn't tell just by looking. Just looks like a black Freddy. And also the Candy Lore Expenser itself, Candy Cadet. For UCN, I went with the greatest villain in the FNAF series, Dee Dee, as well as regular Fredbear from the Easter egg you can do in that game. For VR, I went with Glitchtrap and Dreadbear. And lastly at the bottom here, I went with everyone's favorite, Glamrock Freddy, and... But yeah, if I wanted any single individual to win this, it would definitely be... But I also would like to see a character like Scott actually do well. I think it'd be interesting if he could beat all of his creations. With all that out of the way, let us proceed to the bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Dreadbear runs. Runs. The puppet runs. Phantom Puppet runs. Baby bashes Toy Freddy's head against a rock several times. Rip Bozo. Nightmare BB, Lefty, and Glamrock Freddy work together to get as many supplies as possible. Glitchtrap receives a trident. Dee Dee runs. Nightmare Fredbear runs. Freddy grabs a shovel. Fredbear runs. Ennard runs. Springtrap runs. Candy Cadet runs. Scott grabs a shovel. Spring Bonnie runs. And Golden Freddy falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Huh. Not the way I thought Golden Freddy might be going out here, but okay. Day 1. The Phantom Puppet is running away from Fredbear. The Puppet receives a hatchet. Glitchtrap overhears. And Nightmare Fredbear talking in the distance. Springtrap manages to injure himself. Lefty and Freddy split up to search for resources. Ennard, Baby, Fredbear, and Nightmare BB raid Dee Dee's camp while she is hunting. Good. Do not let Dee Dee win. I've always picked a winner, but if I had to pick someone who I don't want to win, Dee Dee. Glamrock Freddy camouflages himself in the bushes. Candy Cadet steals from Spring Bonnie while he isn't looking. And Scott is pricked by thorns while picking berries. 2 down already. Night 1. Glamrock Freddy goes to sleep. They probably put a couple of charging stations out there for him. Lefty convinces Phantom Puppet to snuggle with him. Oh no. Wait, maybe this Lefty actually doesn't have the puppet in it yet, so like it's actually trying to catch the Phantom Puppet inside itself. Which I think the Phantom Puppet could just phase through, but I don't know, its whole thing is meant to be a trap for a puppet. I don't think Henry specified which puppet. Freddy, Dee Dee, and Springtrap discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Scott cries himself to sleep. Fredbear convinces to snuggle with him. Nightmare Fredbear passes out from exhaustion. Glitchtrap questions their sanity. Spring Bonnie screams for help. Dreadbear receives clean water. Baby passes out from exhaustion. Ennard convinces Candy Cadet to snuggle with them. The puppet receives clean water. And Nightmare BB questions his sanity. Day 2. Nightmare BB tries to sleep through the entire day. Dreadbear begs for Spring Bonnie to kill him. He refuses, keeping Dreadbear alive. Nightmare Fredbear explores the arena. Lefty steals from the puppet ball using looking. Lefty is really targeting the puppet characters. That's a happy coincidence. Baby questions her sanity. Glamrock Freddy, Ennard, Fredbear, and Dee Dee raid Freddy's camp while he is hunting. Scott kills the Phantom Puppet for his supplies. Glitchtrap picks flowers. Candy Cadet is pricked by thorns while picking berries. And scares Springtrap off. Ooh, an event. Acidic rain pours down on the arena. Ooh, yeah, that might be deadly to a lot of these animatronics. Fredbear survives. Glitchtrap trips face first into a puddle of acidic rain. Survives. Glamrock Freddy survives. Ennard refuses Springtrap shelter, killing him. Scott shoves Nightmare BB into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by Nightmare BB, killing them both. Lefty survives. Dee Dee unfortunately survives. Candy Cadet is unable to find shelter and dies. Spring Bonnie survives. Freddy survives. Nightmare Fredbear shoves the puppet into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by the puppet, killing them both. Baby survives. And Dreadbear is unable to find shelter and dies. Wow, yeah, that took out 9 cannon shots, wow. Go figure, the robots don't do good in acidic rain. Night 2. Glamrock Freddy sees a fire but stays hidden. Baby convinces Lefty to snuggle with her. Dee Dee tries to sing herself to sleep, oh god. Hopefully without summoning anything in the process. Freddy receives medical supplies. Defeats Ennard in a fight but spares their life. And Fredbear takes Spring Bonnie's food, killing him. Oh, and another event, the Feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Ennard doesn't go. Lefty severely injures Baby and leaves her to die after Baby invited him in to snuggle. Fredbear stabs. While their back is turned. Aw, man. Rest in peace, Goat. Freddy doesn't go. And Dee Dee is unable to convince Glamrock Freddy to not kill her. Day 3. And how many contestants are left? Oh, final 5 even. Ennard receives medical supplies. Glamrock Freddy begs for Fredbear to kill him. He refuses, keeping Glamrock Freddy alive. Lefty goes hunting. And Freddy receives a hatchet. 4 cannon shots. Ennard fends Glamrock Freddy, Freddy, and Lefty away from their fire. And Fredbear attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Day 4. Fredbear tries to spearfish with a trident. Glamrock Freddy sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Freddy camouflages himself in the bushes. Ennard practices their archery. And Lefty collects fruit from a tree. No cannon shots that day. Night 4. Fredbear and Lefty tell stories about themselves to each other. Ennard is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Glamrock Freddy cooks his food before putting his fire out. and Freddy receives clean water. Day 5. Ennard defeats Fredbear in a fight but spares his life. Glamrock Freddy bashes Lefty's head against a rock several times, and Freddy fishes. One cannon shot for Lefty. Night 5. Glamrock Freddy lets Fredbear into his shelter. Ennard receives an explosive, and Freddy passes out from exhaustion. Day 6. Fredbear, Glamrock Freddy, and Freddy hunt for other tributes. Ennard receives clean water. No cannon shots again. Night 6. Ennard tends to Freddy's wounds. Glamrock Freddy defeats Fredbear in a fight but spares his life. Fredbear is not good in a fight, apparently. Day 7. Glamrock Freddy forces Freddy to kill Fredbear or Ennard. He decides to kill Fredbear. Aww. Night 7. Ennard and Glamrock Freddy talk about the tribute still alive, and Freddy once again passes out from exhaustion. Day 8. Ennard, Freddy, and Glamrock Freddy start fighting, but Freddy runs away as Ennard kills Glamrock Freddy. Ooh, final 2. Is it gonna be Ennard or the original Freddy? One cannon shot for Glamrock Freddy. And Freddy is unable to convince Ennard to not kill him, making Ennard today's winner. Good job, bud. Let's see, 3 kills for Ennard. Well, a lot of people didn't actually get a lot of kills. Yeah, there were only 9 kills total. Everyone else died from something else. Well, that was another fast one, wasn't it? Join me back here for part 11, where I'll be taking the main heroes and villains of the mainline Final Fantasy series and seeing who among them is truly the strongest. See you guys then!